You would have told me. I would have put mine on.
I don't wear my earrings too much.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Lauren Rachael Talk Show. I am with my very good friend Bobby The Hitman Fever.
Woo!
Yes, sir. He is one of my favorite comedians to perform with here in Phoenix, Arizona, and we're going to learn a little bit more about him today, and we're going to have a good time. You excited?
Oh, always.
High energy today.
I'm pumped up.
He's pumped. It's because I told him not to yell on the show.
I'm so trying to keep it all like,
I was
you
like,
know me.
Don't yell into the microphone. It's going to be a podcast.
So want to grab this and just get up and start walking around.
He's high. This is the most I've seen you stay still.
It's so hard right now.
You're sitting on your hands.
Yeah.
I know. Your social media
is Bobby The Hitman Fever.
All right.
All one word on Instagram. I know it's a mouthful.
Yes, you got it. And you are a comedian.
Yeah.
You've done personal training.
Personal trainer.
Lately, you've been working with horses, I noticed, which I love about you. It's relaxing.
It is. It's new. Just started this past year.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
Kind of getting away from the personal training stuff.
Yeah.
Different kind of athletes.
Yeah, totally. The steroids and that it's the same though. It's the same. So, I'm like, all right. Actually, less CCs for some horses. I'm just saying. Oh,
wow.
No. But yeah, actually, some of the same.
Were you seeing clients privately or through a gym?
I've worked both. I did both, and
I guess private would have been better.
Private is better, but it just, it's definitely better because.
But they want more time, attention, and.
Yeah, and it's
pep talks or what?
Yeah, it's so much more. I mean, it's more personal for one.
Okay.
You get to know them a little better. Okay. Like with the gym, when you work for the gym, man, they rape the. Can I say that?
You can say whatever you want.
They really nail the trainers.
And what they pay?
Yeah, they pay their trainers. So, and they hit the clients for so much,
and you're not getting the money.
Oh yeah, and the clients are like, "Well, I pay you." Look, I ain't getting that.
Okay, give me the rundown because I like talking about shitty jobs we've had. So
man,
so let's say what were they charging? You don't have to say where, but what were they charging the client? And then what was your cut?
You'll get some gyms, and I mean you'll get high end gyms that charge $100 something an hour.
Yeah, they want like $150 per session.
Per session, and meanwhile they're paying the personal trainer maybe $25.
Oh come on!
Some of them they might get more, but yeah,
wow.
they really. I mean. If you stay with a gym long enough, they'll, you get more of the percentage, but they just rake it in. And it's like right now, people think, oh, you're a personal trainer. You make so much money. Man, look, I got 3 other jobs. I do Uber Eats.
Sure.
I'm a bouncer.
We've all been there.
And I'm selling drugs on the side. Okay, like look.
Have you worked as a bouncer?
I've worked as a bouncer.
Of all those things you just said, that's
it was a midget club. Okay, I was like, yeah, big here.
Midget tossing. Hey, love that about you.
I mean,
that's
look.
Fun. I've dated a midget, so we have that in common.
Hey,
are we allowed to say midget? We're Gen X, I guess. I guess we're supposed to say little person.
Little people.
Look,
I don't want to offend them because. I'm no longer allowed at Disney because of this.
By the time they show up here at the studio, we won't be here, so it's okay.
I really was chasing Snow White at Disneyland. You know what I'm saying? The next thing you know, I'm fighting little people, and Bobby's not allowed back at Disneyland.
Well, yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
But I rolled through those 7 little. It wasn't until the fairy godparents started coming in and all the people from.
Yes.
You know
who I heard is kind of a jerk. That the actor that's gone really far, and he's a little person, and he was in Elf as like the CEO guy, and he's got dark hair, and he was in, I think, Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I heard he's an asshole. I heard he's just not a nice man, and like doesn't do anything to help other little people get
what's jacked up
roles
is like
stuff.
Wonka, that new film.
They used
they didn't even use. Come on, bro. Like,
they used Hugh Grant and made him little.
Look, bro.
Well, which was weird to me, but I feel like maybe they thought it'd be less offensive than using actual little people. But they need work. It's a niche.
Them over, bro. They're actors too, man.
No,
they got man.
It is. It's a niche market, and it screws people over. And here's the thing: everyone's a different type. They're looking for different things, right? So my husband and I are signed with an agency out here. They send me all the roles that are like curvy blonde women. I'm not offended by that. And when I'm skinny, if I'm ever skinny again, we'll do the not so curvy blonde lady stuff. That's fine. But saying like the little people can't do those roles and they do AI and make someone that's a normal sized person little, it takes away opportunities for people because there's not a ton of movies where we have different people represented that are smaller. I don't think. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm with you. Like,
Hugh
what was that?
Grant, he's kind of. Last time I don't know. Last time I saw him, he was like in the back of a car with a hooker that was a dude.
Oh,
Do you
hey,
remember that? He cheated on Elizabeth Hurley. I don't feel bad for that
hey,
man.
you know,
Dumb.
yeah.
She's gorgeous. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? Elizabeth Hurley?
Oh yeah. I mean,
I think she's the only
I think
really
once
gorgeous
you
woman
hit
from England besides
Hollywood,
Kate
I
Middleton.
mean, yeah, you just
Well, yeah, and that's the thing. It's like, how stupid is he? Like, he must have been cracked out of his mind because
hey,
who cheats on Elizabeth Hurley? And it was like a black dude. Like, it was a dude. He didn't know it was a dude, though. It was just a weird fit. That's all I'm saying. It was just a weird fit. Like, everyone teach their own, but I mean, he had Elizabeth Hurley, and it was a guy. I don't think he knew it was a guy, though. It wasn't 2023 stuff. This is like 20 years ago when
yeah, yeah, yeah. This is the
people were
early
like
2000s.
not so cash. Like it was it's like anyway, it's a weird fit, but back off of that tangent. But yeah, I was gonna watch that movie. Have you seen it yet?
No,
One of my friends said it was actually really good.
I'm horrible watching movies right now.
Like
Like I get so bored. Like I got you're a comedian. You're right. You're always thinking like, hold on. I get
yeah.
up. I'm watching a movie. Like I've tried to watch John Wick three
Oh
times now,
yes,
and I'm just like, get up. I got something
yes,
else that's funny. You
yeah.
know.
Yeah, they've remade, but they keep remaking everything too. That's the other thing. Like
Oh,
Wonka, that's like what the
you go back on
fourth one.
strike. Go back on
Yeah, I'm
strike.
surprised they haven't
Oh
done
God.
another Titanic yet because they keep
Right, the return, Titanic, the return,
the
strikes
resubmerge.
back.
Titanic Strikes Back. Yeah, it's
Hey,
like it's getting like the Meg is basically Jaws.
pretty much
Everything.
on
Yeah.
steroids. Pretty
If they
much.
do
Well, look.
ET, I'm gonna protest.
Well,
I'm
that's
surprised they haven't.
they're bringing. But they brought back the A Team. They bring back.
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, let's get it. They do have enough Fast and Furiouses and all this. It was
Oh
like Fast and Furious
yes.
23. I'm trying out for
Yes.
when they move it to the small screen. I'm gonna be like, hey, I can play. I'll play high octane.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
You're gonna be the Vin
because
Diesel stunt double or what?
yeah, hey, just the miniature version. Hey, we ordered him off of Wish. We got Bobby. Okay, we ordered Vin
I feel
Diesel,
like
and
you have a little person complex, but you're not a little person
I
to
got
me.
well.
You're a normal sized person to me,
I
but in
got a
your head,
normal upside, upper torso. This was. You ever done this in science class
yeah.
where it's my legs? I have shorter legs than proportion to my torso, and they say it's opposite.
Yes.
Usually, you have longer
So
legs.
did you do really well in the sit and reach in PE class?
Oh hell yeah,
Me
man!
too.
I won presidential award. Look at this shit.
Yes,
I
me
can
too.
look at
I go
this.
past the box on the sit and
Oh
reach.
oh yeah.
I'm not flexible. I just
Oh
have
I
short
could.
legs.
Oh
I feel like we're built like ET. I understand you. I've talked about this with other people. It's like I've got a weird. I sit down and I'm as tall as like a
well
6 foot
look.
one
If
dude.
I gotta sit cool
Hugh
on
Grant would love
this.
me. He's like, "Are you a guy?" I'm like, "No, actually, I'm not." But
I
thanks
gotta
for
sit
asking.
on this like this, or my feet are gonna dangle.
Oh,
So
cute.
that's pretty.
So you feel like
Yeah,
you're at the
I
doctor's
like.
office? You're
Thanks. Yeah.
welcome. You can use the booster pillow.
No, I'm good.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Damn.
Totally kidding.
Believe
Totally
this?
kidding. I was going to ask you. You used to do well, and this would come in handy with your agility. You used to do MMA stuff.
I've done it all.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What'd you do with that? Were you doing that?
I did that in my early 20s. Like,
Cool.
that was actually right before I was like, man, I'm like doing stand up comedy was like that secret. I didn't tell anybody because I was like, people are gonna laugh. Like, you're stupid. I'm like, yeah, I know.
Laugh at you when you don't want them to.
Yeah, and that well, growing up in Cincinnati, I'm sports heavily involved in sports, so competition and
Sure.
being that, hey man, I'm the little dog, and I had the show. I had teeth. I was fast, so people were like, "Oh man, no, I'm going to show you." So that competitive, don't laugh at me. I'm going to fight you.
Sure.
It carried over, and that doing comedy, it's so hard because it's like I want to punch that person because they're fun. But now it's like
Yeah.
I've gotten older. You're like, hey, I want to see
You're actually
that person.
pretty chill.
I want
That's why
to
I
see
work with
people
you.
succeed. That's what actually
Yes.
got me
You're
into.
not a jealous asshole. I'll tell you that. That's why we're friends, and that's why I had you on the show because there's a lot of people that are weird about
Well,
this shit.
that's I think that's that. As I got older, having a daughter really balanced everything out because it's like before I had a kid.
And you see how girls are. It's a whole other thing, and girls are mean.
No, she is. Man, look, my daughter. like I was gonna be like I wanted her to do sports. Oh, she's gonna be a swim. She had her dad's shoulders. I was like, she's gonna be a swimmer. Oh my god. She was all for it, and then till she saw the competitive me come out, she's like,
"Oh, he's
who
weird.
the fuck is this guy? This guy's screaming like, oh my god!" I was like, yeah.
Wow.
I've scared children. I was like, she's gonna win now.
It's a good thing she didn't do pageants. Holy shit!
Oh yeah.
You would have been that guy. Eat the pixie sticks.
Oh look,
big energy.
Oh yeah, like those pageant moms.
Oh yes.
Oh, pageant dad, Bobby, you can't.
Oh, you would be
these bitches.
Fantastic as a pageant dad. There's a clip.
No, but I embarrassed her, so she backed away, and she became real artsy.
So I'm gonna draw a picture, Dad, and in the corner, and you're not involved. That's cute.
Yeah.
How old is she now?
She's gonna be 20.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you had like a little kid.
No, she's gonna be 20. That's wow. I got back in the.
So you had her when you were 10 or what?
I'm 45.
No, you look really young.
I appreciate that. Oops.
Yeah, you look even younger when you wear a hat. I was like, oh, remember the time you wore a hat and I know who you were?
Well, I wear beanies because when I wear a beanie, it feels like I have hair. I'm like, all right, people don't know, and then I take it off. They're like, damn.
What was your hair like before? Did you have weird hair?
A fade.
I can't picture you with it. I like this look. Not everyone can pull it off, but you're like Bruce Willis. It looks good. It
not everybody can pull a bald head off.
No, but it works for you.
No,
but like, did you have like weird curly hair, or did
actually when I was a kid? Yeah.
Oh,
like,
you did.
Big curls. Like
like then, one of those little like cherub looking guys.
But like my mom would shave it bald, and then I would look like but I look like bad. I look
like Justin Timberlake in the 90s.
No, like Auschwitz. Like I look like one of the like. Oh my god, Nick! She didn't give a shit.
Like Eminem before it was cool.
Yeah, shaved bald head.
Like sick. You look sick.
Yeah.
Oh, this works.
Well, I was always bruised up too. I was always like
on your head.
Anywhere. I caught beatings.
Oh, lovely.
Oh yeah.
She sounds like a real beautiful woman.
Hey, my brothers, like I can't believe my brothers. See, I think she just
you're a tough guy.
Me down. I should be taller. My brother's like 5'11". I'm like, there's all the beatings.
How tall are you? You keep talking about it.
I'm 5'9" in football cleats, and that's where we'll stay.
That's short. That's not short.
They're really tall.
I dated a guy in college. That's why I have a little person joke. I dated a guy in college that was just under 5 feet. It was weird enough that we just went to the movies a lot.
And what's messed up is like I was like infatuated with tall women. Oh, and they're like, "Oh, hey, Bobby."
No,
I'm like,
you like the ones with the big shoes, huh?
There's nothing worse than a fine ass woman that just pats you on your head. Oh, thank you, Bobby.
Thanks for stopping by. That's really funny.
And I see why pit bulls attack owners.
Well, how long did you do the MMA stuff for?
A couple years.
Okay.
And
how far did you go with it?
Up till when the sensei or Sadoshi, whatever he wanted to be called, whatever you want to call him, master, found out that I wanted to do Rage in the Cage. Oh, and he was like, "I don't want that." It's like
is that pre-UFC stuff?
It's like UFC, but it was when it first came out here to Arizona. This is over 20 years ago.
When they didn't have any rules,
you couldn't strike. No, you had to use open hand or palm strikes. You couldn't hit with fists.
Oh,
it was weird. They had, but I mean,
it was like an Arizona thing.
Yeah, it was an Arizona thing.
Rage in the Cage.
Rage in the Cage. Okay. Shout out to them. I think they might still be doing it. I don't know.
Cool. I used to work with pro fighters when I was doing more chiropractic with people.
Working
it was
with
fun.
Working with athletes, it's the biggest pain in the ass because they're like,
well, they got hurt a lot.
Yeah, that's like watching CrossFitters.
Oh my god, that I will say this.
That it drives me.
It makes me crazy.
You're gonna be all right.
Yeah. I've got two of my uncles are personal trainers.
All fucked up, man.
Let's just say I haven't been training in a while, but like when I do work out, I know how to work out.
When you break your back, come and holler.
I've had people do that. I've had patients tear their bicep muscle off their arm.
When it first got started, there was the form. Even still now,
it's terrible.
Form is. I'm like, oh my god.
It shouldn't be heavy and fast. Like you need to like pick one. You know, it's like, and I've had people with dumb injuries. I've had people bulging discs. I've had people break their back.
Yeah, that's
multiple torn muscles, and it's like I think the fad's kind of dwindling out a little bit. But when that was like the first new craze,
Oh yeah, I
So
saw
many dumb
lots of.
injuries.
Well, yeah, I mean, some of the workouts are cool, but it's like, man, you do that every fucking day.
It's just too hard on your muscles and stuff. And it's like not the right form, so they're ripping biceps off the bone.
You're just,
Ugh.
you're
That takes
breaking.
forever to heal, by the way. It's not, and usually you
Oh
need
yeah.
surgery. It's not great. Not great. So did you get to do any grappling stuff? Were you
Oh
doing
yeah. I mean,
jujitsu
we
and stuff?
trained. Yeah, it basically it was jujitsu. I did
That's
that for
cool.
2 years. That was my first gym job. Was
Oh yeah,
yeah,
that's fun.
small little
I used to work at a gym. I loved it. It was just an easy
oh
job. I just checked
yeah.
people in, loved it, loved it. That was my college job.
Well, that was yeah. It was basically
Yeah, it
yeah.
was awesome. It was the easiest job I ever had in my life. I should go do that again.
Well, it was dealing with clients. I mean, that was my first
Yeah,
personal when I was like, oh man, I'm gonna be a personal trainer. This
yeah,
is
that's
so
cool.
easy. No, it's not.
Well, not when you're training. No,
No,
it's.
well, no, because
How
you
about
don't give a
brides? Do you have any
shit.
brides?
What's that?
Brides, we're crazy. Do you have any brides? I tortured so many trainers for that for my wedding. I
Oh
had like
no.
3. They're like, lady, we can only do so much. You're Italian and Polish.
Oh, just they get psycho, and then they're
Yeah.
trying to bring in their bridesmaids. She needs to lose another
No
15.
way.
Oh,
Have
oh
you
yeah,
seen
I've
that?
seen
Oh,
that.
I'm not like
I didn't
that.
have them, but I've seen
No.
it. Oh
I
yeah,
did throw a sandwich at my husband once because I was like, no carbs. So like PB and J, just like, and it was a perfectly good sandwich. I still, it's like a running gag in the family because he's like, that was your moment. I threw a PB and J. It's like the day before the wedding. Like, is that going to really stick to you? Not really. No.
well, it depends on how lacking you are.
It
Like you
was,
will watch a fighter gain 10 pounds. I mean,
yeah.
they're deadly losing weight before the
Yes.
fight, and then they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I made it. He's barely
I
standing."
used to work with Fabricio Camoes.
Okay.
I got him ready for UFC 187, and I had the whole family over for that particular fight. And I was so upset because something happened during the fight where he was lifted up and they dropped him on his head, and I was super worried about his
Neck.
neck.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, man.
And then I'm friends with Russ Edwards, and he's known as a silverback gorilla. So I think he did like Bellator, and he's down in he moved. I think he's in Costa Rica or something now. But anyway, when he was getting ready for his fights, I remember him wearing like sweatsuits, and I went to go to Chipotle with him to get a salad. He's like, too much salt, I can't eat it. Like it was like a
Oh
whole thing.
yeah, just he's like, look, I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna suck on an ice cube.
Basically, like he's like, I
Yeah,
lose 10
that's
pounds in like
like
4 days. And he was
that's
wearing like
I.
sweatsuits to work out and like trash bags and
Yeah, that's
gnarly. He did it though. He'd cut
horrible,
weight.
horrible stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually just did last year. Man, it was before October. I did uh, a showdown in Tucson
Oh,
at it was Jokes and Chokes by Kenny Shade.
really?
Shout out to
Was it at a
Kenny.
fight?
No, it was at a Hydra Brazilian Jiu Jitsu down in Tucson. Give a shout out to them.
Cool.
But they had a little comedy thing. I was like, yeah, I'll do
That's
it, man.
fun.
I
At
haven't
the gym? At
at
like
the
like
gym.
in the
So,
octagon?
oh no, no, no. It's just mats. People don't
Okay.
understand. Like,
That's
yeah, that's
fun.
that's a fighting gym. A lot of the BJJ where you learn that it's
Yeah.
just mats.
Yeah.
But I went down there, and it's been a while since I rolled around. So we did the jokes first, which
That's probably smart.
yeah, not not
You don't be
not
too
not as a
sweaty.
oh no. For me, I was. I was running around. They were like, "Oh my god!" I'm like, "I know. I'm already warmed up."
You're already
But
He's
then
high
they had me
energy.
go against. Look, hey, we're gonna have you roll around with the
Oh
Kung Fu
no.
Panda. Oh yeah, this
Well,
guy.
they put you with a really big dude.
Oh man.
Was he
But
stinky?
if you've ever been to a gym,
A fighting gym. I used to
well,
kickbox in college.
well,
Not I didn't
if you're
grapple like
learning
you
a
though.
martial art,
Yeah. It's
there's
stinky.
well, no, there's
They smell. You can say it.
yeah, no,
I'm
they took
messing with
really
you.
well care of their gym. It smelled great. I'm gonna
Yeah.
be honest. No, it was
No, I mean the
good.
people.
Yeah, no, he took well. He was one of their instructors, but
Oh, good. Okay.
no, you don't. They were sitting down because there was no stage. We're just up there, and I'm making fun of them.
Oh, he's sitting on the
And
mats while you're doing the
he
show.
looked so much smaller in that gi. And then
And
they're
then when
like,
he
"Hey,
got
you're
up
gonna roll
after,
around with Kung Fu Panda," and I was like, "Okay." Then he
after you made
stood
fun of
up,
him.
and
Oh
I was like, "Oh my
no.
god, how much do you weigh?" 230. I was like,
Shit.
"Look." They were like, "Look, you're buff," and I'm like, "I know, but I'm only 165 right now. I look
Wow.
bigger than what I am."
But
But
you're
no, he
fast.
took it easy on me. But I was sore for
Oh
I was
no.
sore for a while. I was
That's
like, "Oh
fun.
my
Is
god."
that your weirdest show you've done for comedy?
No, no.
What's the weirdest location you've done a show?
I did a Dungeons and Dragons type.
Stop.
Yeah, I swear.
Stop.
Nope. In Apache Junction, it was.
Of course, it was.
Yeah, I was like, well, my cousin, who's very supportive of me getting back into comedy, he's like, you need to. I lived with him in Cincinnati when I went back and got into it, and he was like, oh, but I fell out of it because of missing my daughter. But anyways, he always did Dungeons and Dragons once a week. I was like, man, you're 30 years old doing D&D, bro.
Oh, I've seen it. I saw it in Vegas. I told you that.
It was like 16 of them, and they're doing this, and it's role playing. And I was like, dude.
During a comedy show?
No, they're at his house. They're doing a game of Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah, bunch of grown ass men. I'm drinking.
Of course,
I'm adding sound effects. I'm throwing. They're like, "Oh my god, Bobby, you're fucking hilarious." I'm like, "You guys are awesome," because I feel such like a loser right now. I'm doing sound effects for guys playing D&D.
That's so funny.
Like they are so imaginative. Like their imagination is
wow.
Like yeah, man. Like
the original board game.
Wow. Yeah.
Were you so you were telling jokes for that? That was like your audience?
Just making fun of them. No, no, I went up and did. So this audience was, yeah, those type of people, and I just was like, I'm just doing my regular stuff.
You weren't at a Renaissance fair. This was like someone's house.
This is at a store, a Renaissance store. So yeah,
I was close.
Oh yeah, you nailed it. No, they had wizards and
oh boy,
it was pretty cool. I mean, if you're into that stuff, but I was like, man, that was such a rough set because I was like,
wow,
I can't connect to anybody here.
Well, yeah, and you don't want to make fun of the whole audience the whole time because then you're the only one that's like you're the odd man out.
Oh yeah, I'm just like, oh man,
wow.
Hey man, it's a show.
Yeah, I've done them. The weirdest show I did was at a tattoo parlor, and someone actually was getting a tattoo during my set. So that was in San Diego, and it was very weird. Humble beginnings, I have to say, but it was a very unique venue.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've played some crazy places, backyard parties.
Yeah,
those are cool.
That's fun.
I love those.
Yes.
Yeah. An anniversary did that.
That's cool.
Yeah, just they're like roast them. I'm like, all
right. Somebody asked me to do their birthday party once, and I did this whole set in my friend's living room, and some of the women got really uncomfortable with some of my jokes, and like it was one of my sets. It was a little bit racier. I was talking about like vajazzles and like rhinestones, and the girly stuff. It's a little TMI, and I'm like, why are they getting weird about this? And I found out afterwards it was like her Bible study group, and she didn't tell me.
Oh, see, yeah, and that's yeah.
I was like, well, you gotta have fun too. Jesus gets it.
Yeah.
You're married, loosen up a little bit. It was awkward. And then recently, I did this. I booked these just to have a place to practice by my house. I booked a couple of retirement homes.
Oh, see, yeah. I thought I saw you on.
Yeah. I'm gonna start doing that. Like just an anthem. I'm gonna do. I think it'll be fun.
I want to do.
I don't want to do open mics. I just want to do something right next to my house. I'm done traveling for free stuff, so I'm gonna go to the place and it'll cheer them up. I think it'll be fun.
Oh no, that would be yeah.
Yeah, they can hear me.
You know me. They can hear me. I just
they can hear you.
Show the other day.
Yes.
And, I had a few old people right there. And,
oh, how'd that go?
It was awesome.
Where were you?
Great
House of Comedy.
No,
that audience tends to be a little stuffy during the week.
Man, I don't even know where
JP's?
It was called Throne. It was a place in Glendale.
Throne. I didn't know we had a place called Throne that does comedy.
Well, hey,
I've heard of a place called The Hive. Have you been there?
No, but I've heard.
I've heard stories and I've heard things. They know not to invite me. I'll be too uncomfortable and weird about it. Yeah.
See, and that's I think that's the challenging thing about comedy is the places you play is, and that's the thing.
Yeah. I don't do well in bar shows. It's just not my.
Well, that's I think
shtick.
It's a different scene altogether. Yeah. It's not so much. Hey, I'm going to come up here and do one line.
My only thing, I want people that are paying attention, that are there for the comedy show. It drives me crazy in a venue where they're not paying attention. It's like, well, then why the fuck are you here?
That's
I hate
challenge. Sometimes that's
some people like that. I don't like the challenge.
Well, I always, to be honest, I want
catatonic
opening up is challenging because you don't see who's not laughing or whatever.
Oh, totally.
That's what I love watching, though.
Yep.
Because you'll see someone in the audience in the front couple rows, and they're just stern.
Yeah, well, it's like, why are you sitting in the front? Like, why are you that person? I don't understand those people.
Yeah, well, that's when you tell the other comic, that's the challenge, man.
Yes.
Can we get that guy to crack? And I'll point it out. Like, if I get him, I'm like, got him.
Yes.
God, look.
Oh, I remember you doing that at a show.
And they're like, oh my God. Yeah. No, bitch, look, let me tell you, lady. You have the sourest puss for the last 2 people up here. And I had to come up here and see if that just... No, you do smile. Oh my God. Thank you.
Wow. I was worried. Yeah, I thought you were in a coma. That's what...
You know, I just did a show at a marijuana bar.
That's fun.
Oh no, because
were they all really so stoned to laugh?
I was so stoned. Yeah. So that after the show, this is, man, I'm getting tingles because it's so funny. Because for one, you know me, I'm just like
high energy. I know.
Oh, and I was like almost 10 minutes into my set, my brain's like, brrr,
oh no,
so much smoke. I couldn't see in the back. I was like, oh my God.
Oh, you got a contact.
Oh, I was there nonstop.
I'm glad you warned me.
Nonstop smoking. And I just was like, oh my God, this is, I mean, I had a great time. But after the show, there was people coming up and I went, man, you were so funny. I couldn't stop laughing. I was like, dude, I saw you didn't laugh at all. I wasn't? Like, dude, are you serious? Like,
they're too high to know if they're laughing or not.
Like, he goes, dude. I thought I was laughing. I was like, oh, dude,
that's so funny.
You smirked for like 3 minutes, and I was like, that's when I was like, oh my God. But
yes, it's so awkward when it's like that.
But then you got those people that are so high they just don't stop laughing.
Yes, I'm one of those.
And I was like, this is awesome. This is the crowd over here.
I laugh so hard I cry. It's awkward, and I'm loud.
But that was an interesting show. It was great. I was like, oh my God.
I can't be on anything before a show because I forget my whole set. I can't even drink. A glass of champagne, I forget the whole set.
I was panicking. To be honest, I was like, oh my God, I've never been this high. I'm panicking.
They were too high to notice.
And that's the thing. One of the comics was like, dude, because I was like, man, how much time do I got left? I hate, but I was so like, I'm so burr up here.
Oh, wow.
Man, I mean, you could only see past the
It was foggy in there.
Fog. I was like,
wow.
Yeah.
You'd
Can
be
we get
big
a
in
lighthouse
Amsterdam.
going? Because I can't see shit in here.
That's so funny.
It was.
And that's awkward too because you're stoned trying to remember your material, so you're nervous that you're forgetting your set.
Oh.
Plus, they're so high they don't know whether or not they're laughing.
Yeah,
and so it sounds like you're bombing to you, right?
I'm paying. You're like, oh my God. And then the cacklings don't stop, but you're like, they're just laughing because they're just
shit-faced.
You know, there's so many different
that's
styles of potheads or whatever. But I was like, oh my God. But after the fact, they're
I'm
coming
glad you
up,
warned me. I didn't think about that. They'd be too high to laugh.
Yeah, so, and that's the dude. I was like, dude. He goes, man, I was dying laughing. I was like, dude, you sat there with a smirk. Really? I was like, oh my God,
it never came out of your mouth, dude.
But this dude rolled a joint, had a blunt, had this big rig that was nonstop. I was like, oh my God, they just don't stop smoking.
I can't. I'll go to the hospital.
Man,
I have a low tolerance for weed. I can only have an eighth of an edible, or I'm high for days. Like a whole edible, like a gummy.
Right. I mean,
I'll feel it for days.
I mean,
I have to be careful.
I like to partake every now and then, but
not before a set because you can't remember your jokes.
The cloud. The cloud. It was the fog. That movie, The Fog. That's straight up. I walked in there, but
you're like, where's the stage? Where am I?
But it was so fun, funny. And it was a blast. They were great. The owner were great.
That's cool.
Bartenders, weed tenders, whatever.
Yeah, what do you call that?
I don't know, but they
green
were like,
baristas.
Oh man, I heard them laughing, and I was like, oh, I heard you. He goes, yeah,
that's good.
You guys weren't that high.
It's so weird.
But I mean, it was such a fluctuation.
Where was this?
The High Lounge in Tempe.
The High Lounge. I might just go hang out. That's kind of fun.
I
didn't know we had those out here.
Easy. It was dope because you go through a secret room into the back. And I was like, oh, this is.
Oh, so it's like it's not legal, is it?
No, it is. It's
really.
Yeah, but how it's set up.
That's so cool.
I hope I'm not snitching them out right now.
No, that's neat.
Oh, it was dope. Wow. Yeah, it was total cool. I mean, Yeah, if you want
We'll
to,
probably Uber.
Yeah, man. And that was the
planning
thing.
ahead.
After they were like, "How long are you gonna stick around?" Like, dude, I'm gonna go outside for at least a
I'm
half
gonna go lay on a
hour.
bench somewhere.
I did, and they were like, "Stay around." No, I can't, man. Like,
You're not gonna make it home because everything's
right?
like an
I
hour
got a
for
long
you.
journey,
Yes, you
and
do.
I was like, it was the day after Christmas, so
Oh,
every other exit I saw a
oh,
cop,
this
and I
just
was like,
happened.
"Yeah, this was after Christmas, the day after."
I mean, you didn't even invite us.
Well, hey, man, it
Wow.
was hey.
I see where you're at.
A lot of people are
Ever
with
since he won
family.
Awatuki's Got Talent,
Hey,
everybody.
that was actually
I was
right
gonna I was
before
gonna mention it. What month did you win? Did you win for
this past. That was
December or November?
yeah, December.
Yay!
That was
Congratulations.
2 days after being high off my ass. Like, oh my god.
And then you remembered your set, and then you won
Yeah, I went
Awatuki's
up
Got
there. Was
Talent.
like,
Did
hey,
you get a medal?
yeah, cool.
Yay! Very
I
cool.
know. I haven't gotten a
It's a great
medal since.
competition.
It's. I love it.
He's
It's
fun. He's very fair. Anthony Solomini does it, and Tony Visich, and they do a good job. It's a Cactus Jacks. I'm actually hosting the next one in
congratulations.
January. So the next Awatuki's Got Talent, I will be the judge, and I like to think I'm really fair. Even if I don't personally find somebody funny, it doesn't matter. I literally check off the laughs they're getting, and then I give them bonus points if they incorporate the theme. And this year the theme is like your favorite food or something. He just picks a topic so that
Yeah.
you can kind of
Well.
write new stuff.
Yeah. I
You
think it
know,
was on the 28th.
what was yours?
New Year's resolution.
Oh, how'd that go?
Yeah. That just. Oh, come on, man. As a personal trainer.
Perfect. Do you get
Uh,
frustrated with the New Year's resolution people?
it's like I tell everybody, like, yeah, set that as a goal. Go see the gym the first couple months. Just
Yeah.
really dedicate yourself in March, April, because let's face it, so many people this first 2 weeks,
Sure.
oh, I'm so about it, and then they're done.
Yeah.
Usually, and it's funny, they sign up, but then they get sore.
What do you
Because you
think it
take them through
is?
a little workout just to get what
Okay.
their mobility is and that. But they always want to push it. Oh, let me show you the weight I can really do. No, you're going to hurt yourself.
And then you're going to be out for a few weeks.
And then you're not going to come and see me for another 2 weeks because,
okay.
oh, I'm so sore. I can't move. Yeah. Yeah. That's why we
So
take
is
you
that
through stuff.
what you found with most people with New Year's resolutions, why they don't stick to it? Is it just that they overdo it, or is there something else you notice with this?
Well, there's so much. I mean,
Do you think people have like maybe unrealistic
expectations? Fuck yeah, because they're
okay.
always like, I'm on that chicken and rice diet. Look, man, the Rock chicken, rice, and broccoli, 8 weeks, 30 cc's of testosterone, and let's get on that those horse steroids too. Yeah, 8 weeks. Yeah, you can hit your goal. Here's the funny thing: is you get all these guys middle age. I want the Brad Pitt body.
Oh, good luck with that.
Fight Club. Yeah, good fucking luck. All right,
I don't know how he was able to even get that.
Cocaine, steroids. Fuck, that's serious. That's
people to massage his abs while he's sleeping.
You're dedicating your whole life for 3 months. You're going to a job. Quit your fucking job.
That's all you're gonna do is
quit your job. Get up at 5. Get up. Start getting motivated. Get your cup of coffee. You're gonna be doing it 3 sessions a day. You're gonna become a professional.
Yeah.
Work out. That's what your profession is, to get in shape. When you think these bodybuilders don't spend the time, like it's
a lot.
And
I dated Mr. Natural Universe in college, and I'll be honest, that's all he talked about was chicken and working out.
Yeah, I mean,
chicken, working out. He looked great with his shirt off, but the depth was just not there in that pool. The pool was shallow.
You gotta be
He's a nice
dedicated.
Guy, but he looked great, but it was like, I'm like, all right, I guess we're having the chicken. The date night was never spontaneous. Oh, we're having the chicken, and then we're going to the gym.
And he didn't.
But I met him at the gym. I worked at the gym. So what was that?
He didn't season it either because he's like, that's calories.
Oh, he's like salt. Yeah, no, it was
just plain.
It was plain chicken.
And that's my biggest. Yes. Like, I'm like, look, I don't care. I'm not trying to be a perfect.
Yeah, we already had the game for most of the comedians. I'm not gonna get myself in trouble, but at least you know how to dress yourself and make an effort. I'm sorry, like some of the shit people wear, I don't even wear to the gym. Like people will wear on stage, and I'm like, come on.
Oh yeah, man, I've seen some.
Make an effort. Come on. Well, you're in front of people, like on a stage. Like you don't have to wear those sequins like I do, but like shoes that match. Let's start there.
I get it. I mean, but if you look like you got robbed by a bum and he put his clothes on you?
That's what I'm saying. Why is that the thing?
I don't.
It's been like that for a while. How long have you done comedy, by the way?
Well, I just got back into it. I took some time off to raise a daughter.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, there's no way I could be a dad and do comedy.
Why is that? Is it like the late nights at the bar kind of thing?
That and just being there for her. You know, let's be honest. There's comedians out there that have kids. Are they there? Are they there for every birthday? Are they there? They're missing stuff hey man, I got to pay that bill. I got to go do this. It's true with
I think any career choice you make. When I was a kid, my dad was one of the VPs of Pfizer, and I did not see him until he was in his 50s.
Especially nowadays, because man, the price of everything is you can't have.
People are working multiple jobs, and
and
I get it. Yeah, you're gonna miss stuff.
She graduated high school in 2022, and I was like, I'm back at it.
Wow.
I've been foaming out the mouth like, if I don't do this, I'm gonna kill myself.
So if you add up all the years before and then recently, how many?
Total about 5.
That's great. That's a lot. That's cool. Yeah. Well, it just seems like you've done it a really long time, so that's why.
Hey, when you're on, you're on. Yeah. You know, I like to entertain. I like to make people laugh, and that's how it was. Like I learned, you know, in sports. Mm-hmm. Hey, man. There's an edge if you can get someone to laugh. You can take them out of that.
Well, you're fun, and what I really enjoy about doing shows with you, we've had some tricky venues we've worked together, and I personally love it if you go up before me because you get them going. Because if it's a stuffy night, like a Wednesday night at a club that just tends to be an older crowd, it doesn't matter. You can still get them because you are so high energy, and that's one of the things I love about you. Because there's only one you know what I mean? Like you're very unique, and that's good. Yeah,
I get everyone's like, man, I wish I had your energy. What are you?
It's just your personality.
Hey, man.
Anyone trying to do what you do is going to look weird because it's you.
It's years of being crazy too. You got to learn how to flip the switch, and that's what it is.
I totally get it.
Yeah.
Do you do any jokes about like personal training stuff on stage?
Yeah, is
that what you did for Awatuki's Got Talent?
That's what I just was like, you know what?
What'd you tell him? I want to hear it.
Well, hey,
dish it. Spill the tea.
Well, we know all you. We were 3 days away from the new year. I know some of you have already quit on your New Year's resolution. I got a gym membership, but I'm done. I quit. And it's just like what we talk about, like going through their expectations. Sure. Like, hey, bro, I want the Brad Pitt body. Like, fuck, dude. 8 to 12 weeks, on steroids, on the Ronnie Coleman. Lightweight, baby! Like, you're going to live in the gym. Yeah. You're living in the gym.
Well, and let me ask you this, because I guess you would know because you're a trainer. Is there a certain age where people should not have that expectation? Like people when they're maybe like 60s, 70s?
No.
Like don't.
You know what?
Can the human body do that at that age?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. Oh, dude. I can I don't know her. I'm not gonna say her last name, but I'm gonna give her Nona. This lady was set. She was. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps.
Nona gives you goosebumps. I want.
Yeah, because I worked at this gym and took her over because her trainer quit. She was like 78, early 80s.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah, man, and you know. People, if you don't use it, you'll lose it. But you can still maintain it.
Wow.
You're not gonna like maintain it like a younger person, but you can make gains. Well,
really? That's
she's heavy. She does things for her church. She did this.
Nice.
So dealing with her, she does a lot of work for other older people. Well, she always had trouble picking up their walkers and putting it. She always had to. I started taking over training her. I'm pushing her. I don't give a shit how old you are. You're gonna do this stuff. No, I ain't making her. You're gonna deadlift. No, you're not gonna deadlift.
You had her deadlift.
I had her deadlifting kettlebells.
Wow.
She got up to 80-pound kettlebell.
Wow.
Look, don't think just
a pound for every year.
Pretty much. Pretty much. And as a trainer,
sound guy just laughed at me.
I know. I get goosebumps because she's cool. Like, I've never had someone push me like that. I was like,
wow.
As a trainer, and to take someone over, it pissed me off because you're not there to make like, oh, there's people that do that. That's what
and
there's so much shit with the personal trainers. Like there's some people that they just train them how they train. Yeah. And it's like you can't train them like a CrossFit athlete. They're fucking old. Right. I've seen that, and so you go. My uncle does
personal training with older people. That's what he does specifically, like people that are like 65 and up, and takes it easy on them. But not like CrossFit.
Yeah,
like and I couldn't do CrossFit.
But no, man,
I'm injured already.
I'll never forget her because she was like, I never thought I would. I was like, that's the problem. Some people have expectations on older people and think, dude, I'm just saying, if the shit hits the fan, World War III. I'm shacking up with some World War II vets, some Korean War vets, the Vietnam. Yes. Oh, hey, you're on my team. You're on my team. That old son of a, let me get at him, bro. Oh, yeah. I will take him over one of these.
Yes.
I need a mochaccino latte. Do these spandex make me look fat?
Yes, they do.
I'm like, oh my God, it's too heavy.
Pick the veterans every time.
This gun doesn't go with my shoes. Oh, we're screwed. Yes. No, give me the Korean guy in the wheelchair. Let's go, homie. Come on. Get this old AK. I'm gonna fucking pull you. All right, we're gonna run through this shit. All right,
good choice.
Let's go.
They've got that, they're work ethic.
Hey, man, I volunteered at 13 and went to World War. Like, yes. Fucking these kids 13 now are like, I just want an award for showing up.
Yeah, the participation trophy thing.
Bro, that's the downfall.
No. Like, I was not good at sports. I'm okay with that. I'm glad I'm not delusional and thinking I was some sort of fucking soccer champion because I was bad at soccer. And you know why I know that? Because they didn't give me a trophy. That's okay. I didn't earn a trophy
and that was for
showing up.
Thank you. I got my daughter into bowling. We did bowling.
All right, it's a safe space. Yeah.
Well, it's the competition that I could get her in that I was like, all right.
You made her bowl for competition.
Well, Bobby. Man, look, hey, if she didn't want to swim, you still got to learn some competition, how to lose.
That's true.
That's the thing. Some kids don't know how to lose anymore because they get that award.
Well, and I'll tell you, I'm a little concerned. Actually, you mentioned veterans. I'm a little concerned with what's going on with our military because they're not vetting people like they used to, and they're making it more of a social experiment, and they're weakening our military. I'm sure you've noticed.
Oh, I got vets that got out because of
all the bullshit.
Well, they wouldn't take the shot.
Oh yeah.
And so they were like, "Well, you're gonna have to leave."
And I'll tell you,
now look, they're taking them back. He's like,
well, they are, and pilots too. And we won't go on that tangent, but I'll tell you this: I had multiple patients of mine that were vaccine injured people that I was helping, that they were forced to take it with the military, multiple injuries from multiple doses. And as I mentioned, my dad was one of the VP of Pfizer's, and he was in charge of quality and regulatory affairs, FDA approvals. And guess what? Those projects took years for things to be approved. This was super rushed. And guess what? They tried to hide all of the injuries. And like, if you look at all the military reports of what was caused, with that stuff, it's not great. So I don't blame them for getting out.
When you got kids that are just dropping in sports nowadays.
Like it's supposed to be normal for kids to have heart attacks?
Yeah, dude. Like, oh my God, this kid had a heart attack. Since when are 13 to 18-year-olds just
and pro athletes,
like, bro,
soccer players
everywhere?
I know.
Don't get
but
me.
I'm the crazy conspiracy theorist, right? Before I forget, I do want to mention our sponsor for this evening is actually the Handsome Veteran. Near and dear to my heart. That's actually my husband's company. He's the Handsome Veteran, Jamin Brown. And what he does, he actually makes custom works. So he can make everything from champagne glasses with your company logo on it to single cigar humidors. He can make bar furniture for your house. Like he can, make everything in between, pens, like you name it. He's very cool. You can order from him at thehandsomeveteran@gmail.com, and his Instagram is thehandsomeveteran if you want to check out some of the things he makes. But he was our sponsor for tonight's episode.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah,
Appreciate
and he was United States Marine Corps and actually was
a
prison guard at Kabul and guarded the terrorists. So he's a bad motherfucker. And I can say that because it's my show. Did you hear that? I said motherfucker.
Oh, my dad was a well, he is a Marine. Once a Marine, always a Marine.
That's what he says.
Even when they go to hell. Yes. That's where they go until they're called back up, apparently. They're devil dogs. Look,
He's
Look, yeah, like, oh, I know.
I asked him about fighting, like UFC stuff, and he's like, I honestly don't know really how to fight. I go, what do you mean? He goes, I just know how to kill somebody. I don't know how to like box for fun. Like that's not a thing. He knows how to just like kill somebody with their own nose, like that kind of shit. I'm like, oh, all right, good to have in the car though. Glad to know it.
That's the Marine Corps way.
Absolutely. Look, I feel very safe all the time. Our house is very safe. That plus a lot of weapons and 2 Great Danes. Our house is like a bunker.
Oh, I bet. I bet.
Yeah. That's what he does too, gunsmithing. So we have a great place. That's all I'm saying.
Nice.
Yes. So that is our sponsor for this evening, the Handsome Veteran. Check it out.
Appreciate you, Handsome Veteran.
He will he'll also trick out your pistol grips too. It can make like so you can laser etch your weapons and put your name on there if you want, or maybe not, depending on what you're into.
All mine have been in boat accidents.
Mine too. Yeah, we lost a lot of pistols off the Gulf of Mexico. How about that?
Doing boating accidents.
Yes. Back to comedy. I was going to ask you: are there any comedians that inspire you? Like, what are some of your favorites?
Man, I go over this and think about this all the time. Robin Williams is one of the. I mean, but Richard Pryor. I grew up on Richard Pryor. Eddie Murphy was Eddie Murphy and Richard Pryor were probably the first 2 that I saw, but it was
they're great.
That raw and delusion that when he's Eddie in leather. Come on, bro. But that's. It's
a confidence right there. That's a special sort of a red leather outfit. Bro, that's a certain level of confidence.
That's pimping. That was pimping.
It's very funny.
But
I love Dave Chappelle.
He's good. But I like Eddie Griffin.
Yeah.
Like that when I saw him do a stand up, I was with friends and I probably laughed 3 hours just rewinding.
That's great.
And I was like, man, this dude made me laugh. So I want to, like, I could do this.
Mm-hmm.
This, what he has, what he's doing, man, I want to make people laugh.
It's fun.
It is. It's
magical
feeling. Like, look, I compare, because I've done some drugs in my life, maybe once or twice, but I can compare feelings. Like, and I'll tell you what, there's only like my daughter being born and a couple other scenarios in my life, but being on stage, you've seen me. Like, I get pumped. When I'm up there, it's just...
Yeah, it's high energy.
Oh, man, it's... I get goosebumps talking about it right now.
I get an adrenaline rush when I get a whole room to laugh.
If I can make... Just to make
fun.
Someone laugh, and they're like, man, you made me laugh.
Yeah.
I had someone the other day goes, man, I haven't laughed that hard in years. I was like, I appreciate that.
Oh, no, you're hilarious.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I really do appreciate that because.
Do you have any shows coming up? You said you're performing with another Bobby, but this one's Bobby Johnson?
Bobby Johnson with Goofballs Comedy. That one is March 6th at the Tempe Improv.
Oh, very cool. Okay.
I'm doing another show with him this month.
The 12th?
The
January?
12th.
Okay.
At
Mayan. I'd make Cliff Notes just in
Mayan
case.
Grill.
Okay.
Pizzeria.
That's fun.
Mayan Pizza.
Okay.
Great place. Man, they got a...
Are you opening for him for the March 6th one, the Improv? One of the openers?
I am one. I have no clue. To be honest, I just go, hey, let's do a show. Okay, I don't care where you
That's
want
awesome.
me. Let's do it.
That's so cool.
And then I'm at JP's this Sunday in his showcase.
Oh, he's doing a showcase. That's so cool. Okay. Yeah. Very fun.
Well, just doing whatever I can.
Well, that's the closest club to you.
Yeah, where I'm at. Yeah.
Yeah. It's Arizona's great for comedy.
It is. It's
we've got a lot of great clubs out here.
It has.
Yeah.
And like when I first...
I like Mic Drop too. Have you done that club?
When they reopened it, I did it twice.
Okay.
So that's a cool place. I want to do it more.
Yeah.
But it's timing and it's...
They do a lot of events. I kept missing. I was so pissed. I missed all their holiday parties. It's like something would get moved or rescheduled, and I missed the new one. But they do a lot of cool social stuff for the comedians, so I would go hang out with them. They're very nice owners.
So like I've been so antisocial the past. So getting back into this, like all this social media stuff. Bobby the Hitman Fever at gmail.com.
Yes.
Bobby the Hitman Fever at Facebook.
Yes.
The Hitman on TikTok.
Yeah.
I got.
I'm banned on TikTok right now.
Are you?
China.
Man, I'm trying this stuff. It's like a wormhole or a rabbit hole,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh, I hate this.
There's algorithms, like, yeah,
Bro.
Yeah, I know. I'm more of like a talk to people in person kind of gal. I'll do the texting thing. I don't like people calling me. I'm not that old school, but
it's so
like I've got like 9
challenging.
apps to
It's
keep up with.
like,
It's exhausting.
I
Yeah,
could use, if anyone wants to help me out, I could.
that's a lot. The
I
social
would
media is a
train.
lot.
I will do some personal training for you. I'll work a little bit, but you got to do my
You're all,
social media.
okay.
Because
Hey,
I suck.
you'll make me do lunges and squats. So sure, I got you. I got
get down, hurry up, do it.
Right, dude.
Put it down.
We need my husband wanted to train with you, ironically enough, because once he got out of the military, like they hate working out.
Oh, they do.
Because they made them work out so much, he hates it. And then his idea of keto, like I still find loaves of bread in the fucking freezer. I'm like, how is this low carb? Like I know what you're doing. Which reminds me, we were going to talk about preparing for natural disasters, stocking up on food, sir. Have you noticed, off topic, an uptick in natural disasters, Bobby?
Oh yeah, man. Have you seen Joe Biden lately? I mean, that disaster.
Besides that,
that dude's falling all over. Oh, you mean? Oh, just yeah, with the
weather,
world, like
with the
weather disasters.
Yeah, but that too.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he's not great with stairs.
He's not, man. Watch out for carpets.
Yeah,
I mean,
carpets, stairs. The Easter Bunny was corralling the guy. That was weird.
A blade of grass.
When have you ever seen like a president have to be handled? Like that was weird.
He's got people that escort JFK got handled, but he was getting the handy handled. You know what I'm saying?
Something. He was popular with the ladies.
Yeah,
that's different.
But I've seen a big uptick in.
We have a lot happening.
Yeah, I mean,
a lot of earthquakes.
An earthquake just happened. Yes. You got
Well, they've been all over the world. Actually, I've been looking at the maps. They've got them on YouTube. You can just watch the global stuff, and they've had. Mostly in Asia, but we've had like off the coast of California.
Just the other day, weren't you out there?
I was there December 15th and 16th, so I missed the excitement. I skipped Christmas this year. I was bad. That's why I went the week before. But anyway, they've had major like waves and
tsunamis type. Yeah, they were talking about that.
I'm still a little upset over fires in Maui. That was horrible.
See, and that's the biggest thing too. Like I really wanted to talk about that because we just glanced over that. Like,
yes,
we're still like, the fire is melting metal, but it's not burning wood. Hold on, this don't. Or the concrete. Sense. Yeah, that won't make sense.
It doesn't. Yeah. So,
but we don't.
Backstory: we should mention we did a benefit show together, and we raised gross $1,000 for Maui. So, for Maui Strong specifically, I was hoping for more, but it was a small room we did. But it was cool. It was a good event.
Turnout though. I had fun.
Thank you for doing it. It was fun.
I got to wear shorts on stage.
Anytime I do a show,
I was like, what? Yes.
I was trying to get you to wear coconuts.
No, everyone wants me to get in coconuts.
I'm like, well, just the perk of producing a show. I'm like, here's a grass skirt for you, Bobby. You're like, I'm good.
No, but I was just like, I'll wear shorts and
but that was it was a good cause, and I still have, we've got so much going on in the world with like Israel and all that, and then we've got like earthquakes and the floods and all these things, and there was an earthquake that leveled Morocco that was really bad. No one was talking about that. And then Italy was underwater. That was a whole thing. No one talked about that. I'm like, why isn't this shit on the news? I watch international news, and I'll watch stuff on YouTube. I don't watch the mainstream media. No, you can't. I gave up 3 years ago.
You got to.
We've had some crazy shit going on, but the Maui thing is very suspicious to me.
Yeah, it's still very suspicious. I mean, plus, man, the whole giving them $700 a person, $700 a person. How much is going to Ukraine? Dude, come on, man.
Well, and
that makes me mad.
The things that made me say, that told me that this was very unusual and suspicious, was I've been following a lot of the accounts of people that live there on like TikTok, and they're saying we're not getting the help. They're not giving us supplies. Red Cross is not giving us the stuff.
Did you see what they did for the New Year's? What all the Hawaiians said to the government? Because they banned
the fireworks. Yes,
bro. Did you? Shout out to all you. That's Maui. What I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's what happened out across the country in 2020. Bro, they're trying to ban going out in 2020.
They were shooting that off. It's funny. They shot all those fireworks and there wasn't a fire.
No. Well, it's very, yeah. People saw a big bright flash before a fire. Like, you don't usually see a bright flash like that. And then very specifically, and I shared a lot of these videos. The things that were a certain shade of blue did not burn.
Yeah,
like the only car on the street that was blue,
the houses
that didn't burn. Yeah, the houses that were blue or had blue roofs.
That's why I wore that blue shirt, because I was like,
that was your throwback.
Hey,
yeah.
Just in case.
It's a little, and here's what's interesting. I spoke with a fire investigator out here, and I won't say his name, but he's actually pretty well known nationally. He's done it for like 40 years. And he was one of the people that they hired to look into some of the things. And he said, I absolutely think it's a laser. I think it was intentional. And nothing about this looked natural at all.
No, man.
And that's why they're not letting people back in their homes to investigate and look at things. Because very specifically, it was like a line down the church. Like, things don't burn in a straight line down a church.
Now you got Zuckerberg building a bunker.
Yes, I was going to talk about that.
Oh,
yes, I heard a lot of celebrities
talk about preparing.
Yes, a lot of celebrities are building bunkers all of a sudden. Yeah, it's not a good look.
You know what really just hit though? I know we're I know we're getting close on time, but the list.
Oh, the
island man.
Yeah,
island.
That's not good. Yeah,
the island boys and girls.
I know. Yeah, that's creepy.
I can't wait till it comes out, because they're
starting to leak parts of it.
Oh man!
But the other thing too, I would say this. I think there's concern with certain politicians that were there like 20 times on the island.
Plus.
Wasn't it Clinton? Like they said he was there
like dress. How you gonna be in a blue dress, man?
And his picture of him in a dress there.
In a blue dress.
And there's a picture apparently of that was painted of George Bush, and he was playing with paper planes or something, with like buildings, like buildings, like building blocks that toppled. But that was some of the art they had there, so they had dirt on people.
I would love for him to open that up.
Yeah, they're starting to leak bits of it. I will say this: some people are throwing out names, like I bet so and so's there. Like they mentioned, like Jimmy Kimmel. I don't think that's true.
Aaron Rodgers.
I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true.
Throwdown right now.
I know his sister. And, I'm a fan of hers and him, and I perform at his club, and I don't get that vibe. And there was nothing actually. I did see a list. He's not on the list. He's not on there. Certain politicians were on there though.
Everybody,
several politicians, but he was not on the list. So I think people just randomly want to just throw people under the bus and say like, oh yeah, he's probably a piece of shit, but I did not see evidence of that. But there are some actors like,
oh, I can't.
Yeah, go look. It's on YouTube. Go look.
I'm gonna be
they've got the logs. They've got the logs.
Cancel.
Yeah, but yeah, a lot of weird stuff going on, and the extreme weather thing. We can't. People. Here's the thing. I don't get this. I'm the type that I just kind of err on the side of caution, and I'll warn people just to be extra careful. Like, hey guys, don't maybe go to the beach this week in San Diego. Like, oh, people are telling me I'm being paranoid. The news, it says it's fine. How much of a warning do you think you have? That's why people die in these things. Do you think you're going to get like a 30-minute heads up even? It's minutes.
Yeah.
Like you have minutes to get your ass miles away. Yeah. That's why people get hurt.
Just go back to the counts of everybody in Maui. Look how they handled that.
They intentionally did not have they didn't have sirens. The disaster guys were gone ahead of time.
They're gonna,
they're barricading roads to keep them in. Did you see that? That was scary.
I mean, hey, if Yellowstone blows, do you think they're gonna?
No, I know. And you got to, it's like, well, what do you suggest? I mean, there are certain precautions.
I have no clue. Kiss your ass goodbye.
You gotta have some things planned, right? Like, have a plan on where you're going to go depending on what's going on, right?
Yeah,
someplace you can go out of town. Like we're far enough out of the city. I'm not super worried, but we're planning on like if we have to take off with the dogs, that's what we're going to do. We've got, you got to have food. You've got to have water storage.
Yeah, 3 days at least.
Weapons because my whole thing is people are going to go feral and people are going to go crazy. Once people are without food, I think it's like they miss like 4 meals is what they say statistically. People start to go crazy.
4 days.
I think less than 4 days. I think it's like 4 meals. It's like I think it's so literally 48 hours.
Some people going ape shit.
Absolutely.
Day one.
Absolutely.
Day one, I'm out of food.
Absolutely. That's why you don't tell people what you have. That's why I mentioned like we have a lot of weapons that we're trained in using.
I'm a guy.
Oh, yours that fell off the boat.
Right there.
Yeah, you're good. But yeah, you gotta plan ahead because you
Yeah.
don't know what's gonna happen, and I don't rely on the news that they're gonna give us a heads up. We're gonna be the last people to know, and it's because people are gonna be
The
panicking.
heads up that we're getting is all these rich people buying bunkers.
Yeah.
That's a heads up.
And another heads up is that it's on whenever they show that shit on The Simpsons, which they have for 2023. The
man,
Simpsons
the
are in a freaking bunker.
of the Simpsons, man. Oh.
I'm telling you, it's just creepy. They are very predictive with their
and
stuff.
the Bengals were supposed to win the Super Bowl, and they got that one wrong.
You never know, but they have had quite a good.
Yeah, they've had a good prediction.
A lot of stuff. They even had a picture of, wasn't it with Trump? It was literally a picture of Trump with a bunch of other political leaders from the different nations in the Middle East, and they were all around this like glowing orb thing. They even had that in one of the cartoons, and that's something that actually happened.
Yeah.
That was very weird. If you have a time machine, just say so. Just say so.
I would love one. Make some changes.
Well, one of the next times I have you on, we'll talk about like time travel and Mandela if you want.
Oh yeah,
it's a good thing, right? But plan ahead. Stock up on your chicken, your hormone-free chicken.
No,
lots of water.
Protein bars.
Bars, yes. Protein. And actually, MREs. People can buy MREs. They're gross. They're high calorie.
Yeah.
But they'll keep you well if you're out of food. Doesn't that stuff stay for like 3 years or something?
Probably.
It's just good to have. You get a case, Good to have those things. Oh, I think like blankets, like those like thermal blanket
I'm
things.
gonna be the one going ape shit. I don't know.
You're gonna be that guy.
I'm gonna be like, look, I got assless chaps. I'm ready to go. I'm like, look, Bobby's coming. Holy shit! It's
assless chaps. I'm big Mad Max.
Oh, I'm gonna get some Crocs like that one movie. Assless chaps. Bobby's running around with some pink Crocs and assless chaps.
What guns. Is that movie? Woo! They're all dumb in the future, and they're wearing. That's the Crocs came from. That's the
Crocs. Yeah.
Idiocracy. That's where they put those shoes in that movie because like no one's gonna wear these. Yes.
And Terry Crews
the irony
become president
the
when
irony.
All this shit falls.
That's really funny. They were like watering plants with like Gatorade essentially. It was so funny. It's a great movie. You haven't seen it, you need to watch Idiocracy. Which reminds me of my New Year's Eve. I wore pleather pants and a pleather top. And that was the one night I was like, oh, it's just like 2 blocks. Let's just walk home and leave the car here. Let's not risk it. Right? Because no Ubers were coming. It was like 30 minutes. And he's like, I'm just going to drive. I'm like, fuck no, you're not. We'll be the ones. We will be the ones. And like, he had one drink. I'm like, I still don't trust it. We walked. Got locked out of the house. And
Did
it was
you left
like
the key somewhere?
Yeah, in the house. And the garage door code not working. It was dead. So we had to walk back to the speakeasy to get the remote to open the garage, and thank God it worked because I was freezing. I almost got hypothermia because I wasn't wearing assless chaps, but they were made out of that pleather. It was I did this to myself. Like
it's your fault. Prepare.
So here I thought I'd be great in a disaster, and all it took was one night in chaps. I was kidding. A pleather bustier just ruined it.
If shit hits the fan and you see a guy running around with pink Crocs and assless chaps. You know who it is.
You know who it is, yeah.
Hey, I saw Bobby. Let's not leave Bobby alone.
Let's leave Bobby alone. Bobby's having a rough time right now. Well, guys, you've been tuning into the Laura and Rachel Talk Show with Bobby the Hitman Fever. Keep an eye out for his assless chaps. You're going to know before it goes on the news that we're having a natural disaster if he's running down the street in pink Crocs and pleather pants.
I just got to find a cowboy hat to fit.
I got one for you.
All right.
Thanks for being on the show.
You.
All right. Thank you, Bobby. This was very fun. You need to get food supplies. You got to plan.
I do. I got to. Oh, shit.
I'm not telling everybody what I have.
Yeah, man. I don't
list your shit.
myself out.
I know.